right, welcome to another episode of Piecing It Together, the podcast where we take a look at a new movie and try to figure out what movies might have inspired it. And today on the show, to close out our week of FilmQuest 2025 coverage, I am joined by the writer, director, producer of Hacked, a double entendre of rage-fueled karma. I'm talking to Emily Zercher and Shane Brady, who this whole crazy story actually happened to. It kind of actually happened to. At least the beginning happened to. And then. But anyway, we'll get into that in the conversation. We're going to talk about some of the puzzle pieces that we talked about on the previous conversation about Hacked and some of their actual influences and some behind the scenes stories about the making of the movie. We got a really fun one coming up. Before we get to it, I want to remind you, as always, to subscribe to Piecing It Together wherever you listen to podcasts. Now that we are through this week of FilmQuest coverage, I got a bunch of other episodes that are coming your way, so make sure you're subscribed if you're enjoying the show and want to continue to listen and hear all of the episodes that are coming. You can also follow me on social media at Piecing Pod and join the Facebook group Popcorn and Puzzle Pieces, where we continue the conversation about all the movies we talk about here on the show. And with that said, let's talk some more about Hacked. All right, it's time to talk some more about Hacked. And joining me, we've got the film's creators, Emily Zercher and Shane Brady. How are you guys doing?
Doing well. How are you, David?
Fantastic.
I'm excited to get into this. We're gonna have a fun conversation following up my conversation with Hannah Chasm on some of the films we thought might have inspired all of this craziness. But we'll get to that in a moment here. Before we get to it, though, introduce yourselves to my listeners. We'll go with you first, Emily, and then Shane.
So my name is Emily Zercher, and I am the producer of Hack.
And I am Shane Brady, and I'm the writer, director, one of the actors, and editor of Hacked, a double entendre of rage-fueled karma.
Yes.
You got to say the whole title.
Yes.
She came up with it. So.
I am the asshole that came up with the title,
Yeah.
and I'm the one that always cuts corners.
Yeah.
Do you have, so this is a problem I have with my podcast. It's Piecing It Together podcast, but then my handle is Piecing Pod, and people will ask me, what's Piecing Pod? Is that another thing you do? And I'm like, can't put like two and two together. Like,
gardening.
No, I'm thinking like he urinates.
Pee,
and
yeah.
Sings,
Pee,
and then he also
pee zing pod.
Yeah,
yeah.
But if you say it quickly, it's like, you pee,
I like
and
it.
then you sing,
I
and
thought
then
of
you pod.
pea pods.
Pea pods. Right. Yeah. No, it's a little bit of that too.
You keep the kick-ass name that has no confusion whatsoever. That's what. Yeah.
100%. Where were we?
Yeah.
So this movie. Okay, let's jump right into that title, that extended title, actually, because I was going to ask you about that. Like, so Emily, you came up with that extended version of the title. What was it you wanted to get across with all of those words being thrown into that?
Yeah, what was it that I wanted to get across? So the title actually came from the story itself. So the premise of the film is in 2021, average couple, Shane Brady, Emily Zercher, got hacked, $20,000 stolen. It's a real story, and the first 10 minutes are based on those true events, and the rest is what we wish we would have done to that fucker. And the film Hacked came to be when I was on hold with the FBI fraud department. And I think we had just seen, like, you were on hold with the bank and I was on hold with the FBI. And
also at this point, we had been Zoom recording our on hold times to prove that we weren't insane.
Yeah, sure.
So just like to help double down that I was in one room trying to get a hold of this fictitious bank that we can't say out loud, and you were on Zoom on hold with the FBI, and about 90 minutes into it.
And it's like, it was like the ridiculous hold music. It's like, how is this the FBI's fraud department that I have to speak to? And we genuinely did have the address of our hacker. And so, it keeps repeating, like, you're on a recorded line with the FBI. And I go,
God.
I start like naming the address out loud, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to his house and I'm gonna hack him to bits, and I'm gonna take a machete down, because you're seeing red, and I just genuinely wanted to test out the theory if anybody would get on the phone.
My God.
If I may, This was Emily's breaking point. We had several,
Yeah.
but this was one where you were like screaming bloody murder into the thing, and you said you wanted to take your machete and slice his Achilles tendon.
Yeah,
And
specifically.
so then
And then watch him try to run away as his Achilles fruit roll-ups back up into his
I was about to break the other day just trying to find out about a $25 charge on my bank account, and you guys with what you had to go through, I could just imagine. So
yeah, it just, so that's where the title came from. And then because so many films were called Hacked,
just like throughout the years,
like you do the preliminary, like, let me Google the
clearance
names,
reports,
do all the things. And I thought it would be funny to do the Borat rule from what was it, 2020, when it was an Oscar nominee.
Oh no, way earlier. Borat was like when I was in college.
No, obviously, but the Oscar nominated one was 2020.
Yeah, the second one.
It was.
Yeah.
I watched that Oscar, so not a problem. I do recall. So, and what was the actual title?
It was something like Borat for the cultural benefit to make better the government of Kazakhstan or something. And they had to say
every time they were nominated, I thought it was hilarious that they had to.
And it was also a wink of like this whole process was so long and arduous and insane for us that everyone else should have to deal with the name of our title for 6 whole seconds.
I wonder if they did that with Birdman as well. Did they read that whole title every single time during the Oscars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that now.
Yeah, they have to. And it's hilarious.
It's amazing. Amazing.
Every time a presenter had to do it, they'd be like,
great.
Yeah, great. That's exactly what they went. So let's talk a little bit, and then we're going to start getting into the whole influence thing. But I just want to know a little bit about the breakdown of like the true story that you incorporated into the movie, and then of course taking this and just going off the deep end with it. Like talk a little bit about the decision making and where things would kind of break between those two things.
Deep end. I didn't realize we went off a deep end.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
I thought it was pretty normal.
Yeah.
It was the main goal is when Emily and I got hacked, and then subsequently throughout the entire process of going to all of the systems and facilities that are put in place to protect people when they are hacked, and every single one of them categorically and systematically was just failing us. And our answer from everybody was, well, you did send the wire transfer. So it was chemically changing us as people. And we like to think that we're optimists and the world is a nice place and everything. And honestly, I was just sick of being so angry at the world and everything. And so I said, okay, let's try to do the hardest thing we could possibly do with this situation and try to make fun of ourselves, try to bring this thing to light. Because you were just saying you had a $25 charge. The amount of people that we spoke to in April of 21 when this happened, and they would go, oh, this just happened to my grandma, or something else happened. Or the detectives we were talking to would be like, I know someone who just got $400,000 stolen. Be happy it's only 20.
And it's like, it's all relative. Their 400 might be what our 20 is. So we're like, and it was just this thing too, where when making a movie is also impossible, and it's also going to be very hard. So if you're going to make a movie about something in order to make it cathartic and like revenge fueled, but also fun, you can't make a normal movie.
No. Sure. Yeah.
And we also wanted, because we felt like our story was something that many people understood and have been through, we also didn't want it to be the cookie cutter version of that.
Yeah.
And it's a film to watch with people and to have fun with. I always say like there needs to be a drinking game that comes with it or something along those lines, because it is something that it should bring people together and to have fun. And not all movies are that way. And I think you specifically, like, Shane's like a big boisterous, like, I want everybody all together. And I'm a person that likes her alone time. So I like to watch movies alone. Shane prefer to watch it in a movie theater every single time with a group of people screaming their heads off.
That's how
sure.
I also wanted the movie equivalent of Break Stuff from Limp Bizkit.
Nice.
I accomplished that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you are. break stuff comes on,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Fuck, yeah, I've had a bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, let's,
All right. Well, we're putting break stuff as our first puzzle piece here. Then we're going to get into some more. But you were just talking about it. I did want to ask you really quick also about the FilmQuest screening. How was that, and seeing it with that crowd? I know it's always a very rowdy crowd.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So for sure, a lot of fun. It was, I mean, it was great too because the short films that were leading up to it all had vomit or other bodily fluids
Nice.
involved.
Yeah.
So you could hear people like groaning, going, "Oh," and like having those outright verbal,
Yeah.
like unfiltered
I
responses. It was so funny.
I think the greatest compliment that I received from the FilmQuest crowd specifically was two people approached me independently of each other saying that they had to look away during the cheese grater scene, which I made like purposefully for audiences that would go to like Fantastic Fest and FilmQuest and
Sure.
these genre festivals that celebrate that type of stuff. So I took that as one of the greatest victories of, oh, I took something so visceral, so playful, so silly, and people still wanted to look away.
Well, we
That's a
also
great
have
compliment.
we did an LA screening and we
Yeah.
filmed the reactions.
Yeah.
And you see people like completely like disgusted.
And
Nice.
the
And I'm like, it's so funny because like
well, the final Easter egg that we obviously have to comment on is we were tasked with the impossible job of finding the world's greatest actors to play our adult film superstars that got money stolen because of the chameleon sneaking into Cinnabon's DMs,
Mhm.
and her business partner Pound Sanders also lost a bunch of money. So when we thought of, well, who's another metaphorical equivalent of a super sexy Hollywood power couple that would be very grateful to shoulder the burden of being the world's most prolific porn star executives and actors, and of course that answer had to be Jonathan Martin and
Hell
Emily
yeah.
Ashby. Yeah.
rightfully so.
Rightfully
They
so.
did. They took that job very seriously.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They deserved it. They deserved it. They've earned it.
And they rocked
Yeah.
it. They rocked it.
Yeah.
They're perfect in those roles. So, and I'm
Yeah.
sure that
Yeah.
went over really, really well in that room. But yeah, absolutely. Well, let's get into some of the things that I talked about with Hannah when we talked about the film, and then I also want to hear some of your actual influences, like break stuff. So first and foremost, the first thing that came to mind for me personally, and probably a movie that came out after, I'm assuming you were already starting on this movie, but The Beekeeper, the Jason Statham movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, mm-hmm.
I
got kind of pissed. when
Yeah,
it came out.
I bet.
It's the movie with money.
Yeah, that's the movie
You
with money.
stupid fucks.
I was God, I want to there's a
No,
lot
I
of
love it.
misremembering because our daughter was born February 12th of 2024 and I started editing the film in January of
Mhm.
24. So there's a lot of like sleepless nights where it's like, well, the baby's awake, I might as well just go edit another 3 hours. And I do recall
We watched it.
watching Beekeeper and loving so many things about it.
Mhm.
And I was like, this is good because it's showing that it's making a bunch of money. Audiences want to see this sort of thing. Jason, this is not an insult. I think Jason Statham tried to do an accent for half of the movie and then abandoned it the other half of the movie.
We
Fair.
didn't know if that was part of it.
Right? I didn't know if that was part of it.
Or like, is this
Because it was
a
like
meta
yeah,
version?
it was
of
like
something?
self-aware,
Mhm.
but like grounded in reality. And so Beekeeper was one of those things that really it just helped support that, oh, other people are thinking of this too with way
Mhm.
more money and way more fame. So
Yeah.
this is good. We're on to something here.
Yeah. And it shows that you're in a very zeitgeisty kind of thing right now of everybody is pissed off about this stuff because we have to deal with it every freaking time we open our email. Something like this is threatening us at every turn. So it's definitely something I think we're going to see more of in more movies. And you guys do it in this really fun way, and I think The Beekeeper does it really fun as well. But we went through a few different revenge type movies. I mean, John Wick is an obvious one to include. Hannah brought up The Nightingale and Revenge, which are much darker than this. But any particular revenge movies that were like kind of touchstones for something that you were thinking about with this?
In an odd way, we're the Millers.
Okay.
To get these ordinary people and thrust them into impossible scenarios and emphasize that they are not experts in any of this beyond the two lead teens in the film, who are played by Owen and Collin Thompson, they are our boys in the movie. And we realized during the writing process, well, the parents should want to be the voice of reason and no, come on, we can't really do this and we have to think here. But what is the metaphorical equivalent of teenagers if their parents lose $20,000 and lose their home? Well, it's the kids losing their YouTube accounts and video game assets, and all of that. So when we were looking at, okay, the family dynamic has to be the first thing, and then all of these supporting ancillary characters have to support this family growing and becoming closer because of this impossible circumstance that happened,
Yeah.
and having fun while doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really interesting one, and it really does like take the revenge like subgenre into like different directions and everything like that. So that's really, really cool. Um, I think another thing that I don't think either of us were really expecting to talk about, and then it just kind of came up during conversation was it seems like a lot of technology focused films tend to skew female. Like we were talking about like Mean Girls, what Ingrid Goes West, Not Okay. These are movies that like they all deal with technology at a kind of like a breaking point, and they always tend to skew in that direction where it's like female fronted characters. And I don't know if that's something that like kind of came to mind for you guys because it's not particularly a female, like we've got this like really kind of shithead dude, hacker dude, but like, is that something that like kind of came to mind when thinking about other technology focused films that are like forward thinking in that way?
I don't think
Yeah,
gender.
no.
I would say it was more.
It was
We were trying to really make an emphasis on this being universal,
Mhm.
so not necessarily having. I feel like I'm contradicting myself because as I think out loud, like clearly it's supposed to be like teenage boy toilet humor throughout the vast majority of the movie, but I think everyone enjoys that. Like
so Shane thinks everyone enjoys that because you enjoy that so much. But I
a
think
lot of my female friends really love South Park and Workaholics, and you want to watch South Park
I
way
love
more.
South Park. I love it.
We all love
But
South Park.
We
I'm
all love
just
South
saying
Park.
at the same time, um, I think we all, it's like a shame game that we all secretly like really fucked up things like The Hangover and random things from that.
Mhm.
Like I think people like shame right now. I think people are really kind of enjoying like watching other people be shamed or
Well,
have
cringe is huge at the moment right now.
cringe is
Yeah.
super huge. Cringe is,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
and it's for sure cringy.
it is cringy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, Shane works with teenagers, so a lot of the time too, have you know what they like
Yeah,
because you
yeah,
also see the auditions for everything that they get and
Mhm.
how they interpret things.
yeah.
So I think you write very much from that teenage boy
I'm
mindset.
gonna have to think of it. There was an audition 2 days ago where they had no idea what a phrase was. I have to think of it.
Yeah.
I mean, let's continue because I will think of this phrase at some point and be like, "Wait, you don't know what that means?"
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah,
so.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about these TV things. I'll bring up one other thing that we talked about, and that's It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. There was a lot of this movie where things just start to escalate, and then they
Mhm.
escalate, and then they escalate some more, and just nobody seems to be able to de-escalate whatsoever. And that reminded me a lot of the way that pretty much every episode of that show goes.
Yes. I love that you say that because we were trying to cast initially, I did not want to play me.
Mhm.
We
No.
thought it would be funny to have Augie Duke and Glenn Howerton
Mm,
play the movie versions of Emily and Shane.
nice.
And in in the first rough cut that I sent out to, my friends and associates with the little survey of like, hey, is this movie working? It was like an hour and 50 minutes or something, like an hour
Mhm.
55. And there were probably 5 interstitials in the movie where literally Emily and I go, hey, quick timeout. We're going to talk to you as the audience and kind of fill you in on this bullshit that also happened.
So
And
Mm,
it got even
yeah,
more off the rocker
yeah,
because we
yeah.
broke the fourth wall and
sure.
everything.
Just like the Big Short
But
did. Yeah, the Big
yeah,
Short.
just like The Big Short, which had kind
Mhm.
of inspired that, but you don't see that in
No.
this version.
And so all
We
of the
cut
notes
it.
we got back were almost 100% were like, this feels like a 90-minute movie.
Mm.
I think And so I set my timeline marker to 90.
Yeah, well, Shane and I watched it together,
Mhm.
and I was like, anything that I am in, whenever we break the fourth wall, needs to be cut.
Because we
I was
realized,
like-
momentum-wise, it was just it was a steel wall
Mm.
It
in
was
the
like
story.
just getting slapped in the face.
Yeah,
So
every time.
and it would be weird if It's Always Sunny just all of a sudden decided to like go
Stop.
the Office style
Yeah.
and start interviewing
Yeah.
themselves, but like completely stop and start educating. And
Yeah.
you'd be like,
I
don't want
yeah,
this.
I'm obsessed with Glenn Howerton, and at the time, I do not know him personally. I've had maybe 3 conversations with him at film festivals, but he does run in my circle of friends. So he's one of those people that's like, hey, could you like send him the script?
Yeah, sure.
And the week that I was about to send him the script was when Blackberry premiered at Fantastic Fest, and consensus was like, he's gonna be untouchable for a while now because this movie is so good and his role is so good.
He's so good in that movie. It's ridiculous.
So good in that movie. It is unreal.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you threw The Big Short in there. I do want to ask, are there other movies that I haven't brought up yet that were like, major influences, things that you guys had on your mind while you were working on this?
I mean,
I have 2, but you go first.
Okay, I know for me, I've always, even before Promising Young Woman came out, I've always wanted a movie like Promising Young Woman. And then it's like if Shane could have Promising Young Woman from a male hacking version and make it Shane-ified. Like it's
We
just
love
like
Promising Young Woman.
but
That
it's
movie is
just
so
like
kick-ass.
it's like such a everybody loves revenge and like fucking over the people that like you're just like, and because the guy is so douchey in Promising Young Woman, we also are like, it has to be somebody that we would all hate if we saw him at a grocery store.
But
like,
it's also a
Yeah.
safe way to reach catharsis,
Yes.
which is like art. It's a wonderful thing. Like when we are sick in bed, we have our sick movies that we like to watch. Like, I want to watch There Will Be Blood today because I have 3 hours and no one's going to bother me. And I want this. But when you're in this fun, bubbly, vivacious mood, like we will rewatch The Greatest Showman just to be in a good mood. Elf, I cry every year. But okay, so the 2 things that I wanted to attempt to achieve were when I saw Cabin in the Woods, I saw it in theaters and I only knew the trailer, which if you recall, the trailer was very just formulaic by the numbers. You are going to watch a horror movie and there's no comedy there. I think marketing realized it was a misstep on their part because a lot of people, they didn't know how funny and unreal that movie flips itself, unhinged, and it flips itself on its head 20 times.
Yeah.
And when I was in the theater watching that unfold, the chemical, visceral reaction from everybody being like, this is the fucking coolest thing I've ever seen. And I've never seen anything like this. So that was like thing number 1 of like, okay, how do you create something that someone's never seen? Well, you have to subvert expectations. And if the audience feels like we're going this way, you pull the rug out from under them and go the other way. So the other part of this isn't a film, but I'm a up close sleight of hand card magician. So one of the things that I enjoy doing when I'm constructing the movie in the edit is I will label scenes based upon their emotions or what I'm hoping to get out of it. So if we're living too long in one emotion, I will purposefully try to end it about 90 seconds in and go almost the other direction because I feel like it gives you this push-pull feeling. And of course, like the movie will start to talk to you and be like, let this breathe a little bit. Or yeah, it's okay to have some chaos. But I enjoy that people will say that they watch the movie and they're like, this is 90 minutes long and it didn't feel like 90 minutes. It felt like I just started it and it's done. I don't know.
Yeah,
I like that.
I think some people
It's better than it dragging.
Yeah. Absolutely.
for sure on like steroids.
Yeah.
It's on 4 Locos for sure.
Yeah. We chased a lot of squirrels in respect to like, ooh, let's throw Santa in here and ooh, let's use a cheese grater. Let's have an alien blow him up. Fuck it, who cares?
Yeah,
let's do it. That sounds amazing.
Why not? Let's go crazy. How much did this kind of evolve once you started shooting? Because there's so much like crazy stuff. I have to assume it's not all in the script, but
correct.
Yeah,
and I will say, so Shane's scripts are already ridiculous looking. They are color coded with pictures and they look like a Dr. Seuss book. But then all of the cameos were people that are alumni or big deal in Second City or in different improv.
Yeah.
And so a lot of it came from like a lot of chaos. I mean, and Richard Riehle himself is an
Richard
improv
Riehle.
master. Like
Richard really improvised the line of no, boys, it's fine. I'll just go back to the North Pole and fuck myself.
Nice.
And we had to cut because everyone was laughing
on
so
the
hard.
floor.
And yeah, it was so with something that I will applaud myself for being a writer director is I've been in situations where writer directors sometimes can be totalitarian or, hey, I've been working on this for a year and a half. Trust me that I know what I'm doing. Do it this way. And I find that just telling people a scenario for this project specifically, having a scenario and then like Rob Belushi blew my mind. That character was written to be this like evil soothsayer, kind of like in Cabin in the Woods.
Landlord.
The landlord character that Rob Belushi played. And am I lying if I said 2 minutes before we started filming, he was like, hey, I kind of have an idea. Can I just try it? And I was like, sure. And he did not do any of what I wrote. He did his idea. And I went, that is
much better.
Infinitely better
Like, hell
than
yeah.
what I You are way smarter than me. I'm going to benefit from you being a genius. Let's keep doing. He was so kind and like, are you sure it's okay? I'm like, please keep doing. Let me get out of your way. And just down the line, like Adam Peacock, Jamie Moyer, freaking Alex Lanier, like we would set up the scenario. Brett Moline, freaking that Brett Moline. The fact that Brett Moline, if Saturday Night Live had any cojones, they would cast Brett Moline as
Michaels,
a
fucking listen to me.
as a lead member because what is it? He just has severe scoliosis. What is it?
Yeah, he has a disability that but at the same time, like he has learned to laugh at himself and learn to take that and run with it and be such a gracious comedic performer that works his ass off. I mean, now I'm going to go on a tangent about Brett Moline, but he has been doing sketch videos for like 10 years. Every week he releases a new one. And the head writer of Loki, season 1, when they brought him on for season 2, they said we wanted more comedy. He was like, I've never met this guy, but I watch his videos every week. Yeah. And like, it just goes to show, like, he's just a gracious, like, nobody has cared before, but like, he's a writer on Loki season 2. And it's just people like that. It's like, you want to give all the people that you see just waiting behind the curtain a spotlight. And like,
it's happening right now, and it's breaking our heart because we're having to cast my third movie right now. We have callbacks for like the first round one big deal leads tomorrow, and I'm like, this is impossible because I'm 38. I've been an actor trying to book gigs since I was 18 and an acting coach. So I know there's like it's truly an impossible task.
Well, it's like you see all the people that are waiting in the wings that deserve it.
Yeah.
And
they do. There's 20 people for each role that would
and you're like, so
do incredible.
I would say that if you could redo this without my input, you would have put 50 more fucking characters. Just to be like, you have a moment, and now you have a moment.
Yeah, I could picture that version. Yeah, it would be a lot, but yeah. Well, I want to ask one other thing because it was one of my biggest laughs of the movie just because I feel like it was in the back of my head and I just wasn't thinking of it. And then there you go and just say it during the postscript when you mentioned that, oh, wait, this actually wasn't hacking. This was phishing. And like, was there a moment during the making of the movie that like occurred to you like in the middle? He's nodding his head already. I want to hear about this.
Yep. It was... I think it was Emily Reese, who is our, she's our first AD.
And she's the one that says that.
And she's the one that literally says it in that moment. Like, so we were going over the script together and, cause she's helping me make sure the schedule's all going to work. And she goes, can I ask you something? And I'm not like, I don't want to be a dick. Cause it's like, we're starting to film this in 3 weeks. And I go, no, go for it. She goes, I don't think you guys got hacked. I think that this is a phishing scam where they like reel you in and trick you. Like getting hacked is like someone steals your computer or like breaks in with your password. Like you guys got tricked. It's a phishing scam. It's kind of like those Nigerian prince things, only like more clever and sophisticated. And I went,
Oh
Emily,
no.
you're a genius. No, it wasn't. No, it was a wait. This is
We were
great
like, this is hilarious because we have to laugh at ourselves
we
again
have to
for not
laugh at
even knowing what
ourselves
being hacked
and not even
is.
know because if that doesn't explain what like a normal regular Joe person like are you telling me that we went on this fucking rabbit hole for now a year and a half and we are 2 weeks
have
before 2 or 3 weeks before filming
everything is,
and just
our
now
LLCs,
is Hacked Film
everything's
LLC
Amazing.
like is funny as shit. That is
and
yes,
that was,
it has to be in there.
and honestly, like it was moments like that were scattered throughout the film that were just Shane and I talking about like the fuck ups, making fun of ourselves, and that's what we removed. So, but we had to keep that one in there because we were like, it's too fucking funny.
like another
you just watched a movie and everyone's like, oh, they got hacked, and then you find out, oh, they didn't get hacked. It was a phishing scam, but they can't name it like Go Fish.
Which
sure.
The other improv that broke me was Hugh Scott, who is the title company rep, when he has his little thing where he's like, cybercrime is up by 600%, identity fraud, wire fraud, ATM fraud. You're not special.
Yeah.
Like, that's genius. Yep, that's what it needs to be. Like,
because it's genuinely how everyone treats it too. Like no matter what, they're like,
amazing.
There were genuinely 3 situations where not that exact verbiage to get the laugh, but I'd be like, so it's our fault for being tricked into sending the wire fraud? And they're like, yes.
Yeah.
Great that you understand it now. That's why. And that is why you're not getting your money back. Good. I'm glad that this is, I'm glad
you're smart. I'm glad you figured it out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, what's going on with the film right now? It's being distributed at the moment, and then also, are you able to talk about your next film at all that you said you're starting to work on?
Yeah. So I will say we actually signed contracts this past week. We just can't announce anything yet.
Sure.
But very, very soon. But so we have our distribution company. We're very happy.
Awesome.
So that'll be coming out super soon.
Very fun.
And then help me make sure I don't get in trouble because there's spoilers in this next, or not spoiler, Easter eggs, whatever, things the world can't know about yet until the movie comes out.
Shane talks too much.
Way too much.
And I'm like his person that is like secretly pinching him. That's like, shut up, you're not supposed to say that.
So the thing I can say is this next movie where we are going to be delving more into like traditional horror with very small elements of comedy. Like this is going to be horror.
Mm-hmm.
And the premise is there is a magical hourglass that has been found that allows you to revisit the last time that you saw someone when they were still alive. So you can't change it, you can't manipulate it, but if the last time you saw someone when they were alive was a beautiful moment and you were with your buddy, having a drink and high-fiving, then the hourglass is a gift. But if the last moment you had with somebody, you perhaps inadvertently caused their death or had a major fight or some terrible thing happened, well, now the hourglass is a burden and therefore starts to become a horror movie where because it's just this interest, like in our marriage, you have to say I love you before you hang up the phone, because what if you don't and something horrible happens? Then the whole relationship collapses, right? But like it's a thing.
Like the memories, but there's a lot of times too, like if he's on one side of the country and I'm on the other and we call each other and I didn't hear the I love you when he hangs up because of bad reception, I have to call back and be like, I'm just making sure. Did you say I love you? He's like, yes, I did. I'm like, say it again.
Like London did not change that. But
case.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a really great idea, and it sounds like it's going to be pretty freaky and cool. And I hope you guys have like all kinds of great success with this. I always ask my guests before I let them go, what is something you watched recently? It could be new or old that you want to recommend to my listeners.
Well, I feel like you've been watching way more than me. You should go first.
I haven't been watching shit lately, but we've because we've been in pre-pro and also delivering this movie, we've only been watching Sesame Street and Miss Rachel with
well, I'll go first.
Toddler.
Okay.
Apopheniacs, Chris Mars's movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
There was a wonder. So Apopheniacs was a mountain of fun, but furthermore, there's an actor in the movie who is a lead, and her name is Paige Searcy, and I was her acting coach when she was like, I'm probably making these ages up, but like 13, 14, 15, 16, something like that. And she's been a model for Emily's runway waiters company that she works for. So it was so delightful for us to be watching this film where she pops up in a coffee shop and you're like, oh, does she have a cameo or what? And then she carries the whole second half of the movie. And I love when I get to see that. And,
You see people
Yeah.
that have been waiting in the wings getting to have their moment.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And like Shingun and Natasha, his wife, and the director could not have been more fun. Like Chris, like I feel like me and him are blood brothers now. So Apopheniacs is my answer.
It's a great one. I'm trying to think. Okay, so it really has been like a hot minute since we've been able to sit down and watch a movie. I will say
Well, you got to watch Anora without me.
I did, but that was a while ago, and I feel
Okay.
like because it won so many Oscars, it doesn't need to be highlighted.
I mean, you said Sesame Street. We could leave it at that if you want, but
I mean, Sesame Street.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
well. Yeah.
It's a banger new episode of Miss Rachel that you all have to.
It's a potty training
It's a
episode.
potty training one.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
We'll
Good
go
stuff.
Phoenix and Mrs. Rachel's potty training episode, which can be found on YouTube.
That's
right
a combination right there. Tell everybody where they could find you guys and the film, all the news about it and everything.
Great. So I prefer Instagram. I am Shane Brady Actor on Instagram.
And I am Zerchinator, so like Terminator, but Zerchinator. It's because I've always been a little intense with my needing to be in charge of everything.
Yeah. And the game plan is for Hacked to come out around February, March of next year. So anticipate a bunch of in-person screenings and social media blitzes and
a lot of chaos
and prizes and awards.
Parties.
And
We're for sure wanting to throw a giant screening party and hopefully do a theatrical tour and the whole shebang.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Again, get everybody together to go absolutely ape shit like they did in Cabin in the Woods.
Yes.
There we go. Absolutely. Well, guys, thanks so much for doing the show, and hopefully we'll get you back again sometime.
Looking forward to it. Thank you, David.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed that conversation about Hacked, a double entendre of rage-fueled karma. Thank you to Emily Zercher and Shane Brady for joining me on that one. Thank you to you for listening. Thank you to FilmQuest Film Festival and Jonathan Martin for asking me to come back and do another year of coverage. It was really fun getting to cover a whole bunch of really great independent cinema and talk to a bunch of great independent filmmakers about those movies. So if you're enjoying piecing it together, make sure you are subscribed because we got a lot of episodes on the way. I've been recording this whole week. I think I recorded 3 more episodes during the time I was doing this FilmQuest coverage, plus other ones that are still in the can waiting to get released. Plus we got the live shows. Last night at the time of this, I'll have just done The Running Man, which will be coming out next week. I did that one live at Maya Cinemas, but next week I'm doing a live show on Sisu Road to Revenge at Downtown Cinemas. You could still enter to win tickets for that one at piecingpod.com. Also, while you're there, sign up for the mailing list so you'll find out about everything that I've got going on in the future. I'm piecing it together with my music career, with Wax Trax Records, with everything that I'm up to. The Pup Pups new album coming very soon. Hey, I should plug that. I haven't plugged that all week. The Pup Pups have a new album called Pup Pup Radio. For those that don't know, the Pup Pups is my comedy rock novelty project with my pets, and the Pup Pup Radio is our 6th album, 3rd of 2025, and you can get your pet included on the bonus song if you get your pre-order in by the end of this weekend. So get a pre-order in, or also because I already did 2 other albums and I don't want to make everybody have to, keep buying more and more albums from me. You could also just share your favorite Pup Pup song, preferably with a video of your pet, playing along to the music. But you could just share a Pup Pup song and tag it, hashtag Pup Pup Radio, so that way I'll find it, and send me your pet's name and information, and I will get them included on the bonus song. So this weekend, last chance to get in on this 6th Pup Pups album. This is probably where I would normally just play a Pup Pup song, but because Shane and Emily were talking about their love of potty humor and 12-year-old humor, and they were talking about that potty training episode of that show that they were watching, and because Hacked is filled with all kinds of just ridiculous, off-the-wall, just crazy humor, there's very rarely going to be a chance for me to play to dig into my history of being a composer for hire and play a song like this one years ago. This must have been like 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Yeah, like 12 years ago, I was hired to make a potty training song called the Smelly Song. And this is for this company that was making all these like children's entertainment things. And I'm going to play the Smelly Song right now. So after a week of playing all this dark, heavy, dramatic instrumental music to go along with the other FilmQuest coverage I've done, let's wrap it up with the Smelly Song. Hope you enjoy it, and we'll be back with more Piecing It Together real soon.
Mr. Pooh sneaked out of a bottom one day and found that he was alone. This is scary, said he, I don't want to see. So he slipped back into his home. Smelly, smelly, you're smelly, it's time to go. Smelly, 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 let's go. Smelly, 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 yeah, it's time to go. Smelly, 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 let's go. Oh no, said the belly, you don't belong here. The toilet is where you must go. I don't wanna pick, but I feel rather sick. You can't stay, see you later. Off you go. Smelly, smelly, you're smelly, it's time to go. Smelly, 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 let's go. Smelly, 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 yeah, it's time to go. Smelly, 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 let's go. Hey, Mr. Pooh, you belong in the loo. Do you know you are missing all the fun? It's a party down there, pack your bags, be prepared. It's holiday time in the sun. Smelly, smelly, you're smelly, it's time to go. Smelly, 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 let's go. Smelly, 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 yeah, it's time to go. Smelly, 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 let's go. Run, dance, hop, flip, skip, tip, wiggle, now spin, leap, jiggle, turn, cha-cha-cha. Fly to the toilet and quickly dive in. Your resort pool awaits, be a star. Smelly, smelly, you're smelly, it's time to go. Smelly, 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 let's go. Smelly, 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 yeah, it's time to go. Smelly, 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 let's go. I'm a five-star resort with a huge in-ground pool, a water slide, spa, and a gym. Entry is free, come and join with the wheeze. Press the button, let the bubbles begin. Smelly, smelly, you're smelly, it's time to go. Smelly, 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 let's go. Smelly, 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 yeah, it's time to go. Smelly, 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 let's go. I've been here a while, where the sun doesn't shine. I guess I'm due for a tan. Got my keys and my teddy, this time I am ready. It's my turn to drive the Pooh van. Smelly, smelly, you're smelly, it's time to go. Smelly, 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 let's go. Smelly, 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 yeah, it's time to go. Smelly, 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 let's go. I need to come too, I'm your passport for the move. We can both slide down the sewer pipe. You and I are a team, a clean bottom stream. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, let's wipe. Smelly, smelly, you're smelly, it's time to go. Smelly, 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 let's go. Smelly, 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 yeah, it's time to go. Smelly, 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 let's go. Mr. Pooh jumped out of a bottom one day, dove into the water with a plop. Yippee, said he, as he swam around with glee. See you later, gotta go, can't stop. Push the spot button, please. Lovely, lovely, so lovely, the Poohs are gone. Lovely, 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 well done. Lovely, 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 yeah, the Poohs are gone. Lovely, 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 well done.
an All Points West production, produced by David Rosen in Las Vegas.